and everyone, has a role in this, big or small. So if you're listening, do what you can to get the word out, spread the podcast. I also highly recommend tuning into the Rogan episode with Bryan. Incredible. I sent that to so many people. I was blown away by that. That was just absolutely incredible. You had like a 40-minute monologue at one point that was just like, drop the mic right there. It was incredible.
I thought I was putting him to sleep.
No, it was honestly like it was so good. I was like, did they like pre-record it? I thought maybe you were reading from something because it was so, you didn't take a break and you didn't fumble once. I was like, just so impressive, Bryan. And, I think, to zoom out just a little bit, obviously there's something that's in process right now, but for those people that are maybe going through some hardship in their life right now, or have a family member or a friend, or hey, if you're in the military community and you got buddies that are still fighting demons from their service, the plant medicine is a great option for really anyone, and I highly encourage it. As you guys know, I did my psilocybin thing in Jamaica at one retreats. But Tony, you've done plenty of it, and obviously we have the connections to the ibogaine, the 5-MeO DMT. With Beyond and some of these organizations. So if you feel like on a personal level or someone you're closest to is in a rut and needs a good reset, it absolutely presents, I think, an incredible option. Maybe, just maybe, you might get reintroduced to your faith if that's something that has gone dormant. It hadn't really for me, but it absolutely gave me beyond any doubt the presence of Jesus and just a higher power, which I think just in day-to-day life makes me so much more at ease, because I know I'm not in control, and you can relax a little bit. You don't have to hold on so tight, because there's something much bigger out there that ultimately I'll get to be a part of in another life. So just for that alone, I think it's worth the experience. But it can be a little scary, obviously, the idea of, going down to Jamaica or going to Mexico and doing, particularly depending on your upbringing, this crazy psychedelic, I think there's maybe a little bit of a barrier there, but I highly encourage anyone to take that leap. And then we got guys like Bryan paving the way for making this more mainstream in the United States. And I can't wait to see what this next 5 to 10 years looks like. I hope it's quicker than that. Bryan, anything we can do, particularly with our connections to the veterans and special operations community, unfortunately, a lot of the guys, in my world are the ones that need it the most. But a positive of that is I think there's a lot of trust and maybe admiration for that community, whether we deserve it or not, there is. And if that could be used and leveraged in places like Washington to fast track, absolutely we should be using that, because then the everyday American and then our first responders and people like that, can trickle down. So, please use us as a resource, and especially if it makes its way to Virginia, which I hope it does.
I do as well.
And we're here, and I'm just humbled to be in your presence and the effort you're putting in. You didn't have to fly here to do this. You could have done it remote, right? You were in DC last night. I'm sure you're flying back to Texas today. I've seen all your videos in front of the Texas legislature doing your thing. So I know, you've been hitting the road and putting in the effort, and I admire that effort, and I think this is a calling from God for you to be doing this, you're blazing a trail that's going to end up allowing so many people to heal in ways that we can't even comprehend yet. So thank you so much, Bryan. I appreciate it.
It is my truly joyous privilege to be able to do this every day that God gives me the gift of life, ability, and opportunity. Thank you all for what you are doing with Beyond and Beyond Service. My wife and I have been very convicted about the fact that if we are going to get out here and be advocates for the availability of ibogaine within the United States, that we needed to go and do what you describe in terms of filling out what this is about going to Mexico and getting a treatment at often great risk to yourself and your reputation. I'm not going to get out and preach about something that I ain't going to do. We went to Beyond in December of 24, and Tom Fiegel and his wife, Talia Eisenberg, have done a beautiful job creating a genuine therapeutic community that has a luxury feel, but a down home a down-home staff. They know how to do it safely. They knew how to do it efficaciously. I had ibogaine once before in November of 23 at the clinic that is south of Tijuana called Ambio. Those are the two that I am familiar with that are able to operate at some degree of scale. And every psychedelic experience that I had had, including the one in November of 23, was preparatory for what I experienced in December of 24. They are saving thousands of people, well as the other clinics that are operating on the basis of safety and best practices related to efficacy. And thank you all for helping support Beyond Service with selling that T-shirt. It's just fabulous to watch all the loving hands come around this to advance it for everyone. If I might, I'll say two other things. I would not be here with you gentlemen today. My papaws, when I was a little boy, scared to death, not taking time to have me in their homes as much as they could. And before they would send me home, my home, they would each pull me aside, put me on their lap, give me a hug, and say, listen, neither one of them had a full set of fingers. You'll see it. Papa loves you. You need to know. Papa prays for you every day. And most important thing for you to know is that God loves you. And God has a unique, special purpose to achieve for your life. No matter how bad it gets, no matter how dark it is, no matter how scared you get, don't you ever lose sight of the fact God is real, God is love, and He's going to take care of you. Don't lose faith. I give that same message to everyone who finds themselves in pitch black nothingness of their life and wonders why they even exist. The other thing that I would say that is the beauty about plant medicine, why it is critical that it be made an available option within American society, is that we can hear something. We can agree with something. We can even believe something. But it's a whole order of magnitude different to know something. And the purpose, the greatest purpose served by plant medicine for me is that it has helped me come to know the reality of eternal God, the God of love, the God of all. And I am so immensely thankful that He has preserved and blessed me with whatever abilities that I have. Serve His glorious purpose, whatever that may be. And thank you all so very much for letting me be so open and unrestrained with you here this afternoon.
I think we'll close on that, huh?
Thank you, Bryan.
Awesome.
Thank you.
We appreciate your presence, Bryan.
My honor.
Let's keep the fight going. We're
Yes,
just getting
sir.
started, but you're paving the way, and we're here for you. And I think the word is getting out. They can't stop it this time. So we support you.
All the way, gentlemen.
All right.